All right, well, good morning to you on this Saturday morning of November 2nd. And a little while ago, I put out like a little teaser video for people to try and guess where I am. And now it's time for those videos. I am down in Delaware. This is Cape Henlopen State Park. It's been quite a few years since I've been down to the actual beach along the seashore, so it feels good to be back to see the ocean and the waves again. So we're gonna hopefully make a couple of videos here today. This video here is we're just gonna be at the beach. I'm in a place called The Point. There's like a little point or spit of sand that goes up out into like the Delaware Bay kind of. So I'm gonna just explore. I was walking around a little bit already. There's all kinds of neat little things to find on the beach. Always loved what I guess we call beachcombing, finding little things on the beach. There's a whole bunch of horseshoe crabs down there, or what's left of them. So it's a little chilly. You know, I'm it's about upper 40s, 50s right now, so if you're wondering why I'm not wearing shorts and going shirtless and swimming in the ocean, that's why, because it's cold out here this morning. So yeah, I had people get mad at me once because there's pictures of me at the beach with jeans on and stuff. I was like, well, it's 50 degrees outside. Anyway, I'm gonna quit rambling here and let's get exploring this beach. It's beautiful out here. I'll turn you around in a moment, get you off the tripod, and you get a view of the ocean and the sun coming up. It's good to be back. So here is that view of the beach, or the seashore. This is what I was looking at while I was talking to you when you're on the tripod, but it is just gorgeous out here. There's the sun reflecting off the water, the ocean. Like I said, we're gonna go down to the beach, just go for a good old-fashioned beach walk. See what we can find. Up that way is the point, so we're gonna walk up that way. Okay, so walking along the beach here, there are just tons of these bits of horseshoe crabs. I guess washed up shore here. I might take some of these home. I'm a science teacher, so they're pretty cool. Just loaded with them. Here's one that still has its tail. I guess you could say the tail back there. Yeah, maybe he'll come home with me. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's just loaded with them here. I mean, up here's a big one compared to the ones we've seen. Oh yeah, look at that one. He's a bigger one. There's all kinds of them. Here's another one. Wow. Alright. I know I said it, but just beautiful out here. I believe that right there is a killdeer. If I'm correct, I believe these are egg casings or eggs from some creature. I don't know, maybe they're not. We'll leave them there. They're kind of soft. Yeah, you do have to be careful when you're beachcombing. You're looking at the ground. I almost got caught by the waves out there when I was looking at this guy. It's another horseshoe crab. It's got some shells or barnacles attached to it. Kind of neat. Yeah, here's a whole nother string of those egg cases. I believe these belong to a whelk or a conch. These are the egg cases. It's coming back to me now, but that's pretty cool. Alright, well here's a really fresh horseshoe crab. This one still has the legs underneath. Check that out. Got the tail. Yeah, this has got some weight to it. It's still... Oh man, look at all the shells encrusted to it. But yeah, he's fresh. I've never seen one with all the legs on still. See all the little you know, pincer things. And yes, I'm touching a dead animal. It's okay. Check that out, man. That's pretty neat. All right. Cool. Yeah, even while I was filming this, one of those sneaker waves just came right up. Almost got me. You can see right there where it stopped. So, gotta pay attention. It's alright in the summertime, but today's kind of cold. I don't really want to get wet. Alright, I'll stop touching it and move on. You know, I could be wrong, but these look like deer tracks. That's what they look like. So I guess they have deer. Yeah, there are, it's not just beaches, there are dunes up there. There's a pine forest back in there, so I guess it's not totally out of the question. Just another beautiful shot of the beach. Not a ton of whole seashells out in this beach, but here's a decent sized one. Just a clam, nothing special, but I think it's the biggest one I found so far. Yeah, just not a whole lot of seashells here, just lots of dead horseshoe crabs everywhere. Fragments of them everywhere. Yeah, whenever you find some of these little beach pebble areas, they make good places to find things. Okay, it looks like to be the inside part of a conch shell. I always like these with the purple. It's more of those eggs. There's all kinds of little ones in here. Apparently you can drive your Jeep on this beach as well. Huh. Part of me thinks maybe it's just best they stay off though. Yeah, well. So I am out here collecting a few shells, but here's something interesting. This is what they call a razor clam. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly. Not that they're rare, but you don't see them too often. So I'll probably take this one. Still got a little piece of the, see that it opens up. Right, I think we'll take this one home. I think I have one of these at home from down North Carolina. there are several lighthouses out here. That's out on a, I guess what they call it, a jetty. That's out in the ocean there. That lighthouse is to, you know, keep boats from going into that jetty. And this is why they call it the point, because it just comes out to a point up here. Actually, over there is the Delaware Bay. So that would be the Atlantic Ocean. And across the bay there you can see New Jersey. We might zoom in on that later. So this is just a little spit of land that, because even though there's dunes, you can find the Delaware Bay. And we parked way back where that little, you can see some trees poking up back there. That's where we parked. So I'm gonna continue walking all the way out to the end of the point. Maybe along the bay over there a little bit as well. So I'm gonna take something back that I said earlier. I mentioned the driving the Jeep out here on the beach. You know, maybe they shouldn't, but you know, they are allowed to, but that guy is picking up trash. He's using his Jeep. I mean, he is doing some fishing out here as well, but because he has his Jeep, he's actually stopping and picking up some of the larger pieces of trash. So I thought that was pretty cool. You know, there's, you know, some of the smaller pieces you could carry out maybe, but the larger pieces, you know, you can't. I noticed him stopping a lot. That's what he's doing. He's stopping to fish, but he's also picking up larger pieces of trash that float ashore. So anyway, I take back, if what I said earlier sounded kind of mean, I take it back. So, he's a pretty cool guy. I stopped talking to him a little bit. Did I mention that it's beautiful out here this morning? It is. Alright, let's keep walking, keep exploring. Alright, we are now at the very tip of the point. That's cool, there's a boat out there. There's another lighthouse over that way. I think I was mistaken earlier. You can see land over there. When you zoom in, that is actually Delaware. That's still Delaware out there. Because the point kind of curves around, and that's still Delaware. New Jersey is out there somewhere. I think I could see it earlier when we were back that way more, but I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's still Delaware over there. But we are at the tip of the point. There's another dead horseshoe crab in my shadow. I'm gonna walk a little bit more this way yet, and then we'll start heading back where I parked. Still a lot more here to explore. There's some World War II history here that we're gonna explore, and some other trails. It's not all beach here. There are some walking trails. There are some like pine forest here. So I'm gonna be here all day checking things out. So but for now, I'm just enjoying the beach. You know I love the mountains, my home state in Pennsylvania, but I feel like you have to see the seashore too at times. It's like visiting an old friend. So like I said, out there is another jetty and another lighthouse out there. Try to get a picture of that. But this is the Delaware Bay. That's why the waves aren't so big here anymore. And we parked, there's that, you see that tower way out there, that's where we parked. But I think I'm gonna turn around here soon, because I want to walk back along the beach again, see the waves and everything. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna soon turn around here and head back along the beach to where we parked. Although I might walk up a little bit further this way. There's a lot more shells on this side. I'll show you my collection I'm collecting later, but maybe I'll walk a little bit further down this way. I mean, I got all day, so no rush. Okay, here's another neat little shell, a cockle. All right. Looks like a jellyfish out there. You know, one thing that's interesting about this area here that they call the Point is that it grows every year. I think in the past 150 years or so, it's grown by over a mile longer. It just keeps getting longer and longer due to ocean currents and the amount of sand. The point just keeps getting pointier, I guess you could say. There was a map back where I parked, which is kind of interesting to see the growth from the 1800s till now. And it's just gonna keep growing longer unless, you know, some huge storm came along and washed it all away, which is possible. So I was right about being able to see New Jersey way out there, because like I said, pointed out earlier, way out there across the sand, you can still see parts of Delaware out there. But out this way, let's try to zoom in somewhat here. Hold on a second, get situated here. Okay, so out that way is actually, I don't know if it's showing up real well, but you can actually see, right there you go. That's it, that's New Jersey over there. So I've just been sitting here for a little bit, enjoying the ocean, and I've decided to I'm gonna take my shoes and socks off and get my feet a little wet. Been a while since I've had my feet in the ocean, so it's not as cold as it was earlier. It's still probably mid-50s, but earlier this morning it was freezing, literally. So, but yeah, let's get our feet wet. Well, that was cold, but worth it. Of course, now I got sand in my shoes, in between my toes and stuff, but it'll come out, I guess. It was worth it, though. go. All right, well, time to say goodbye to the ocean for now. We may see some of it later today yet too. I'm gonna start hiking some trails and see what else is in this state park here. I'll see you back up at the Jeep. I'll show you what shells and stuff I've collected. Alright, so we are back in the parking lot. There's just a few of the shells I collected. Nothing special. These are one of my favorites, the scallops. There's a few of these. These are cockles. There's another scallop. I like these kind because they have the purple. And because I had to bring one of these back. One of the little. I picked up one of the smaller horseshoe crabs. We'll take him home. So like I said, I'm gonna go. This is not the end of the day here. I had to take off some of my layers. It did warm up a little bit, but like I said, this is not the end of the day. It's only 11 o'clock. So I think I'm gonna go. Like I said, I'm gonna make a video on some World War II history of this area. And then there's a number of trails around here and I'm trying to hike as well. So I will see you again in some other videos from this place. So just stay tuned. All right, thanks for watching. And I would like to thank my my Patreon supporters because it's their willingness to support me that enables me to come on trips like this. So I'll see you in the next video.